Let's go over the new Star Wars trilogy. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, Rian Johnson's new trilogy is set for release at some point in time in the 2020s. They haven't actually started with the script just yet. That'll actually start and begin at the very end of 2018 and is indeed aimed for completion within mid-2019. And looking at all of this, Rian Johnson is actually having a lot of trouble when it comes to one of the big challenges for the new Star Wars trilogy. Now, you guys may actually recall a story not too long ago that he's trying to essentially bring back that magical feel of the original trilogy. This in and on itself is a big trouble. It's a very hard thing to accomplish for director Rian Johnson, and it's something that he's trying to get very much right. And looking at all of this, Rian Johnson is trying to figure out exactly what Star Wars is. So the fact that this is, a real troubling part when it comes to writing a script and coming up with all these different ideas, where you're going to get the same exact effect that kids did with the original trilogy and adults even back in the 70s and 80s. That to me seems like a very difficult task to complete, and I'm not quite sure if Rian Johnson will be able to complete such a big task. Now, looking at the trilogy itself, we have no idea exactly what it's going to be about. Yes, we've heard many rumors that it's going to be placed in a new galaxy. Not quite sure if that's actually going to happen, but that's what the word is. But looking past this, Rian Johnson, the big challenge for his new trilogy, and it's actually creating a lot of trouble when it comes to writing a script because of how difficult the task really is it's all about recapturing that feel of when the original trilogy was first introduced to hundreds of thousands of people on day one with Star Wars A New Hope back in '77. So I think that with the new trilogy, I think that when we're looking at what Rian Johnson has gone over, I think that at the very least, he's going to keep the whole entire concept of the Force intact. He went over this in a recent interview that he feels like the Force is essentially the core of the Star Wars franchise. It's something that you could never really give up. So I think that the Force will still be in his new trilogy. As for Jedi and Sith and all of those things, that'll be excluded from this, set of Star Wars films most likely. So I don't know what you guys have to say about Rian Johnson's new trilogy. Do you guys feel that this is a task that is actually going to be completed where he will be able to recapture the magic and the feel of when the original trilogy was first introduced back in '77 with A New Hope? Or do you think that, he may actually fail doing so? I don't know, guys. It's a real hard thing to explain, but I feel like you could never really recapture the magic of the original trilogy. That's something that was first introduced, and something that fans have never seen before in their lives. I mean, there were so many different inspirations when it comes to the original Star Wars. There was a lot of Wizard of Oz in there, as Mark Hamill said. There's a lot of Western things in there. A lot of World War II inspirations. So what's so great about Star Wars is that they do implement a lot of movies in pop culture and put them in this universe. And hopefully Rian Johnson will apply this to the new trilogy. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments section. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.